Welcome back everyone. So I've flown over 3,000 commercial flights in my life, but the following 10 flights gonna leave you absolutely speechless because they're the most beautiful, most exciting, and most outstanding flight there you can fly as a passenger today. If you love aviation, you can't miss this episode. So let's buckle up and ready for takeoff. Number 10, Antarctica. So you can now fly on an Airbus A340 to land on an ice runway in the 7th continent, the Antarctica, flying all the way from 33 degrees south to 71 degrees south in latitude. This is a seasonal charter flight run by the company White Desert.
The flight time today is 5 hours on the way down. We have pretty good tailwind component today and about 5 hours and 30 minutes on the way up.
We need to be good visibility, like a visual flight routes to land there?
Of course, we need to be in visual contact because there is no electronic navigation aids in Wolfgang, and that means that we need to be in visual contact with the runway, and otherwise we cannot land. Therefore, the forecast needs to be in such a condition that we will have a high degree of probability to be able to land there. One of our main concerns is that we don't like the temperature too high. It makes the runway too soft and it's not good for braking capability.
Retard. 5.
Thank you.
See
Bye.
you. Wow. It's amazing. My first time set my foot in Antarctica. Whew.
Number 9, Bora Bora. So French Polynesia is made out of 118 islands and atolls, and one of the most beautiful flights out there is from Papeete to Bora Bora. Look at the turquoise-blue ocean and crystal clear lagoon. The scenery was just out of this world, making it look like a dream come true. Wow, God, these seats are so cute. They're like honeymoon couple seats, 2 sit together. Never seen something like this, right? Yeah, so cute. Look at this pink one as well.
Good morning, my name is Keith Cowan. I'll be your captain today on this A380 flight bound to Huahine and Bora Bora. Do you want to run it?
Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10.
If this is not paradise, I don't know where it is. It's really windy here. You know, this is so unusual. There's no roads. The only transportation is boats to go to your hotel and to go to the middle of the center.
Number 8, Queenstown, New Zealand. Queenstown is one of the most scenic and most tricky airports in New Zealand.
So there's mountains here, come around here. This is a valley.
Big mountains on the left-hand side.
Big mountain here on the left, mountains on the right. And we can be in cloud all the way down to here.
Minimum 500. 100, 50, 30, 20, retard, retard.
Final landing in the Queenstown was dramatic. I honestly was busy filming left, looking right. I got so much. We didn't see the runway. When they lowered the gear, you lower the gear, and then I couldn't see the runway.
We had it in sight.
Right, you guys knew it, and I didn't know it until he did the final turn behind that mountain on the left. Then I see the whole landing, the whole town came into play. But it was just beautiful, like what all the people I met in New Zealand recommended to come here, because that scenery, that setting was very, very unique, and it was a beautiful aviation experience. Thank you, Captain, flying me. Bye! See ya!
See ya, nice to see you.
Number 7, Funchal, Madeira Islands, Portugal. Funchal is in the middle of Atlantic that has an airport that is built out to the sea, that you have probably seen lots of hairy landings there. The variable wind on the final approach and the draft from the mountain has created tough conditions for planes to land. The passenger clap their hands if you made a successful landing there.
Madeira Island is feeling pure nature. It's a beautiful landscape, very nice food, and the people is very friendly. The weather is almost tropical, and we will enjoy it.
You have done many landings there? What is it like?
It's sometimes very soft, and sometimes a little bit with emotion.
Did you have go arounds inside?
We have.
Go around. Wow. I hope today we don't have that.
retard, 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 retard.
Number 6, Saba St Barts in the Caribbean. So join me, fly to two of the most challenging airfield in the Caribbean. Saba has one of the shortest runway in the world. Here, you're not afraid to fly, but afraid to land.
Sam, Saba is actually the shortest commercial runway in the world. You get a sudden drop as soon as you get over the runway, so you'll feel like we're gonna go right onto the runway and probably put it down pretty firmly.
It looks challenging. It looks definitely challenging here.
Yeah, it looks like, you ever seen Jurassic Park?
Exactly, right? I couldn't see the runway at all.
It's right here to the left below us. Yeah, you see
oh yeah,
there?
On a flat piece.
Yep.
At the very bottom at the left.
Roger that, 111 Papa, winds at 060 degrees, 12 knots. Runway clear.
Copy, somewhere to 111 Papa.
It was okay, not doing too bad. Oh, we're so close to the mountain on landing. My God.
there's a sudden drop.
Yeah. Thanks for preparing me.
No problem.
Oh, it's so short, this runway. Look at it, we're almost hit the end.
We're going over to St. Barts now, one of the other most challenging airports that there are in the world.
That's a crazy one. That's like a steep descent down like this.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm excited to show you.
Yeah, we barely survived the first one.
Good.
Whoa! My gosh.
Right up to the edge. If you look on the water, I'll tell you from now, we can expect a lot of turbulence, especially when we get closer to the saddle. Once we go over, we're gonna make the steep descent, chop the power, touch down, and if we're not feeling comfortable, obviously, we execute a go around, and then we'll try to wait.
Okay.
Yeah?
Whoa! That's the wind.
That's the winds.
Oh my god. I'm not even filming anymore. You're just gonna want to watch.
Right here, this is the saddle. This is where you'll get on speed, typically.
Wow!
And we're in St. Barts.
Amazing, amazing, speechless.
I use Surfshark VPN to bypass internet censorship, to find cheaper travel, and to secure my connection. So internet censorship is a huge pain when access are restricted and certain contents are blocked. This is where Surfshark VPN comes in handy. Simply connect Surfshark to another country to bypass all the restrictions. You can even access to many Netflix library with just one subscription with the use of Surfshark VPN. With Surfshark, there are opportunities to find cheaper travel, cheaper air tickets, cheaper hotels, and cheaper rental cars. Simply connect Surfshark to different countries to check the pricing. As a frequent flyer, I often use public Wi-Fi at the airport and in the hotel. If you want to secure your connection and encrypt your data, then I recommend using Surfshark VPN. So here is the best deal for my viewers today. Go to surfshark.com/Sam and get 4 additional months of Surfshark. Number 5, Skiru Pakistan. Skiru is in the northern areas of Pakistan, and I flew on an ATR from Islamabad to Skiru, making that one of the most exciting flights in the country. On the way, you can see a spectacular K2, the second tallest mountain in the world.
So this is a very critical point. Basically, we have this landmark up here, and we call it the saddle. You know the horse saddle? It's a flat area, and it's like a little white flat area. That is the time where we make a right turn. That is a very tight turn. So what we do is we keep our speed low, and we try and stay on profile, and then we make this turn. This is known as the Zulu bend, the Z bend. We're coming this way, so we make this turn right like this, and then left, and then again over here, and this is where our runway is going to be.
4, Jumsum Nepal. So flying in Nepal is always challenging due to terrains are everywhere. This route has a lot of fatal accidents in the past due to bad weather and a lot of seafit. So control flight ran into a terrain. So you can fly on a Let 410 STOL turboprop between Pokhara and Jumsum. You fly through the narrow passage between two 8,000 meter mountain range. So any deviation from the narrow passage is going to be disastrous.
There's actually quite a lot of turbulence. It's going up and down. It's like flying through the gorge. The mountains were so high up and there's a channel in between the mountains.
Number 3, a flight to Paro, Bhutan. Paro Airport is well known to be challenging due to many terrains in the country, and only a handful of pilots can land there. I was lucky to fly in the cockpit on Bhutan Airlines into Paro. During the flight, the pilot had to switch off the GPWS, the ground proximity warning system, and also he has to pray hard before the landing.
You see airfield only at the last minute. Only at the last leg you'll be able to see them because of the hills.
Ah, it's hiding.
It's hiding, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a Buddhist, so I have to pray to God.
500. $200. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 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 retard.
Number 2, Mount Everest and Lukla. So now you can fly on a helicopter in comfort from Kathmandu to Mount Everest for the day. The whole trip takes 5 hours and it costs about $1,200 sharing on a helicopter. After refuel at Lukla, we headed to Mount Everest. On the way, we passed famous waypoints such as Namche Bazaar, Simbuche Airstrip, and Khumbu Icefall. We're gradually ascending all the way to 20,000 feet. Mount Everest is the one with a sharp peak with snow blowing at the top. We were almost at 20,000 feet, but Mount Everest stood really tall from where our helicopter was. We were trying to get up to Camp 2 of Mount Everest, which is the absolute limits of the helicopter.
Just landed here, 17,000 feet, and I'm feeling a little bit of mountain sickness. I need oxygen, so the helicopter actually got oxygen supply. This is the highest altitude I've ever been. It's unbelievable here.
Number 1 flight, 0G. So there's nothing quite like experiencing zero gravity on a Boeing 727 while the plane is doing free fall and doing parabolas while you feel like an astronaut. So there are 25 of us on board this flight. Our Boeing 727 continued to climb to 25,000 feet in the designated airspace. You really don't need any prior training as there are instructors on board, and all of us attended a short briefing before the flight. When we reached the cruising altitude, our shoes and loose belongings were taken away. We were told now to enter the forward fuselage. That's where the fun began.
For 5 minutes out, I was told, from the first maneuvering.
When we reach our airspace, what we'll do is we'll say on the full, and at that point the plane will start ascending, and that means that we're going to experience 1.8 times the normal amount of gravity. When that happens, everyone's going to lay flat on their back and look at one point on the ceiling, so it's way more comfortable because your neck is not meant to support almost double gravity. Then at the peak of that parabola, everyone will just slowly float off the floor. We don't have to give a command for that because you will feel it. Then right when we're reaching the bottom of that parabola, you'll hear feet down, coming down. So that means that the plane is coming out. It's not an invitation to do one more flip. It means get your feet underneath you because we're about to come on the bottom of the parabola. And that's how we do parabolas here at 0G. Get ready! Woo! Get
So these are my 10 most exciting flights I've flown so far. And I know you as an Av geek, you probably have flown a few and also got a few more on your bucket list. Please feel free to share with me your most exciting flight in the comment below. Thanks for watching, see you next week.